Hi everybody, my name is Eva Pratt. I participated in a global learning course in the fall of 2022 for Dr. Chapin's Writing for the Web. In that class, we were connected with students from the University of Paris-Nanterre, and we had to write a feature story on them at the end of the semester.
Hi, I'm Hallie Spielman, a Penn State student, and while I was at Penn State Beaver, I was fortunate enough to be in 2 EDGE projects. The first of which was English 420, Writing for the Web, and the second of which was English 202D, which was business writing.
My name is Trey Johnson. I'm a senior here at Penn State Beaver.
So I was assigned 2 students and we communicated via WhatsApp, and every week we did a video call on that app and just kind of got to know each other, asked each other questions, and try to develop kind of an angle for our feature story as we were learning about each other.
For English 420, we were partnered with University of Paris-Nanterre, and my partner and I would have some moments where we would sit and work through a specific word or phrase until we both had an understanding of what we really meant when
I would have liked to be able to have like designated class time to meet with them. I think that that would have helped with any time difference confusion, and also to make sure that all students were meeting and communicating with their partners weekly.
Another issue to really keep in mind when going into your project is just how difficult time differences are going to be when communicating with your partner.
Just preparing for different cultural views, different views from yours, and being prepared for any challenges that may come up, because obviously they're not in the same country. So communication is key, especially when you get done with these projects. We got to know each other really well, but I wish we would have had more consistent conversations because it took us a minute to get in contact.
Her best time to communicate with me was often when I was asleep or in classes, and the same vice versa. So there was only a few hours in the day where I wasn't in class and I was at home. So if I messaged her, she wasn't yet in bed, maybe she was getting ready for dinner, and so we had a little bit of time where we can easily communicate without having to wait.
While Writing for the Web was a asynchronous online course, I think that if it were held in person, it would be cool to kind of hear about other students and where they're at in the process of their feature stories and the relationships that they were building with their French partners.
One of the things that really surprised me when working with students from other cultures was the language skills from a young age. My Parisian partner started learning English when she was 6 years old and started learning Spanish when she was 12. I didn't start learning Spanish until I was in high school. When introducing students to their first EDGE project or any EDGE project, I really recommend encouraging the study of language differences, or looking at a way of changing very American speech, full of American jargon, into a more globally minded speech.
I was nervous going into it because I'm a pretty shy person, so opening up to people halfway across the world was a little daunting, but I'm really glad that I took this class and that I got this experience. All in all, I think it was a really fun course and I'm glad I took it and got the experience. It was kind of like traveling abroad without having to pay a lot of money to go there. I was able to kind of understand more of French culture directly from the source rather than a Google search or something on movies or TV.
I think this experience has been really interesting for us French students. We don't have the opportunity to have online classes here in France, so it was interesting to see how it works. I have worked with Gabrielle for my article and she was super nice. We decided to focus on graduation ceremony and I really loved to learn more about it, as my only experience with this event was in movies, so I am really glad I had the possibility to be part of this collaboration.
It was a very interesting class because of the intercultural aspect. I learned a lot about the student life in the US, and thanks to this course I learned some tools in order to write for the web, and I also learned how to write a feature article.
The course gave me the opportunity to write for the web and get feedbacks on my writing skill. Both positive and negative feedback were interesting in order to progress and write a future great article. It allowed me to interact and exchange with American students by both sharing our experience in our country, our daily life, and our school life, and practice even more my English.
I feel really honored and privileged that I got this opportunity through this course, Writing for the Web, where I could exchange my thoughts and get to learn new things about what world is responding towards this pandemic and how students in general are responding to this pandemic. So our partners from France, from University of Nanterre, were very energetic in responding to our questions, and we were able to talk about the political situations across the globe, how is lifestyle during lockdown, how it affected their lives, and how it affected their college and their work, and how study is going on through these new mode of virtual learning. And all these things helped us realize that students all over the world are moving on the same track and are on the same boat as all of us. So it actually helped us really open up in learning new cultures and traditions, how is life in France, and how people try to spend their weekends, how students try to spend their free time both off and on campus. So it was a really fun and a loving experience to get to know different people.